Hello viewers, I am Sunil Vyas, electrical engineer at CESC Limited. I will discuss about electricity reforms. Viewers, do you know why electricity is being privatized? We will discuss about why electricity privatized. After after that we will discuss about what steps taken by the government for privatization, and after that we will discuss about which models best suits for the privatization. So let's discuss about why privatization of state-owned discoms happen. A massive power cut in the maximum city, known for reliable power, is indicative of a wider balance in power distribution. We know that in state-owned discom, make reliable power state-owned discoms. We know that state-owned discoms deliver low quality of power supply, may not be always interested in customer satisfaction, and lose money on every unit supplied. COVID related stress is infecting even the best, creating operational challenges and deteriorating performance standards. Distribution therefore requires a conceptual shift towards a more decentralized, manageable, and robust business model. Steps for privatization. In 1995, when the Orissa Electricity Reforms Act was formulated, it flagged privatization as a key component for a service oriented business regulated by competition in the market and light touch regulation. However, the privatization experience has been mixed and progress slow. 25 years on, there is renewed hope for privatization. In April 2020, the Finance Minister announced as a part of Atmanirbhar COVID package that the government is keen on divestment and private participation in strategic sectors such as energy. This is a welcome development. Learning from experience, can we get it right this time? The Ministry of Power recently prepared and circulated a set of standard binding documents for the privatization process. So, the author Gaurav Sharma wants to share some views. So, we have taken this editorial from the etenergyworld.com. We, however, suggest a more nuanced approach. For example, adoption of creeping privatization, or taking multiple small steps and involving multiple stakeholders based on the local context. This is very different from the traditional winner takes all type approach. Winner takes all type of approach, big bang divestment. Such an approach enables minimum disruption and, more importantly, enables local ground up solutions with active participation of stakeholders. Relicensing in 1991, followed by reforms in the Electricity Act 2003, lead to half the generation capacity to be privately owned within 3 decades without any big bang privatization. Delicensing and mechanism of autonomous regulation via the regulatory commissions at the center and in the states provided the backstop for financial closure of private projects. Capacity addition during the past decades 2010 gigawatt surpassed cumulative addition during the previous 6 decades. We need to lay the ground for a similar transformation in distribution. International experience suggests that distribution companies in India may be too big. For example, there are over 3,000 distribution utilities in United States. Smaller ones, municipal, smaller ones serve 2,000 customers, and the larger one serves about 4,000 customers each. Network is a scale business, and India's population is 4 times that of the US. However, the 70 odd distribution companies are too few and far. There is meaning few and far, too few and far is scare. Their large size customer base and heterogeneity of terrain means geography lead to inefficiencies, slow decision making and poor customer services. It is hardly surprising that employees disengage and customers have low willingness to pay. Our research suggests that the optimum size for Indian distribution companies is about 2.5 million customers. This corresponds to population of an average district in India, suggest, uh, suggesting a strong case to resize distribution. Doing so will take management and decision making closer to the customers, facilitate competition and provide more granular data for regulator to benchmark performance. Private sector distribution utilities have been successful in delivering better quality of power supply and customer service in relatively high income urban setting with concentrated and relatively heterogeneous load. Smaller distribution entities will create similar heterogeneity, enhance ownership and engagement, and bring localization and continuity to their management. Furthermore, they will be easily approachable and accountable to customer. Three support mechanisms will be critical for encouraging creeping privatization of distribution utilities. The first is availability of low cost transition finance to absorb subsidies and losses till the business transforms. Transition finance on easy term is also critical to liquidate the accumulated areas of the cost increase that are approved by the regulatory commissions but not passed through to tariff. Fiscal support for niche privatization of distribution is good economics because of the multiplier effects through the development of new local utility service entrepreneurs. The second mechanism is flexibility to purchase power directly from the market. This will require a change in the market structure along the lines proposed by the CERC staff paper in 2018. Such a change will create efficiency for the entire country by dispatching least cost generation, leading to cost reduction for customers. One goodwill mechanism to incentivize states to move in the direction is to provide a transition alternative success, rationalizing the cost of supply from legacy PPAs, particularly those awarded on negotiated basis success NTPC. The third one is the flexibility for distribution utilities to evolve their own commercial norms within board regulatory ceiling. For example, tariffs, condition of supply, and the ability to offer differentiated products at varying price points based on customer needs. Such flexibility is critical as consumers evolve to prosumers, enabled by the technologies such as net metering, distributed generation, demand response, electric vehicles, and battery storage in distribution system operation. This will incentivize optimum utilization of resources considering customers' preference and willingness to pay. Privatizing distribution remains the preferred policy choice. Starting with union territories owned by the central government will create examples, templates, and the moral authority to demand cooperation from states. However, disaggregated, separate, flexible, incentivize based approach is essential for the success of distribution reform. We have an opportunity to think differently, to transform distribution business into demand driven organizations owned and operated by local stakeholders, local producers or wholesalers of electrical equipment or consumers. Durables could be the electricity service providers of tomorrow, creating good jobs and boosting local opportunities for medium and small scale business. Thank you.